Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. My name is Captain and today I will be your guide. So, I will begin by showing you what classes we used, the gear we had, as well as what mods keep you alive. I will then take you through each encounter, showing you where the safe spots are as well as the most effective strategies. There are timestamps in the description below. To begin with, we had two warlocks with a hunter. I was running Stasis Warlock with a Duskfield Grenade and a turret. JustCaptain is amazing for clearing out adds because all you need to do is kill one enemy and the surrounding enemies are frozen. Killing a few more will create a shatter effect, which is great for clearing out large groups of adds. I also had a bow for stunning overloads and sniping. There's only one arc shield in this nightfall, so you do not need arc. Reed's Regret is great for stunning unstoppables and good for damage. Armor wise, I was using Eyes of Another World to help with ability regen. Now for mods. Starting with class item, we all have particle deconstruction for additional damage, and for those using stasis, we had resonance siphon, a great mod to have as it fuels your grenade ability every time a champion is stunned. For leg armor, I had a scavenger mod on to find more ammo. For the chestplate, it's good to have concussive dampener to protect yourself against explosions. The next best thing is to have either a sniper damage resist mod or a mod that reduces incoming void damage. It is a scorn strike and there are plenty of void weapons. For gauntlets, I had overload bow and unstoppable linear/fusion rifles. Finally, for the helmet, I had an ammo finder mod. Heavy ammo isn't a must-have item in this strike, but it does help speed things along. My teammate was also running a Stasis Warlock. He had a pulse rifle for stunning unstoppables, Taker's Divination for overloads and exploding targets with solar. There are quite a few solar shields, but nothing too much. For heavy, he used a threaded needle. Similar to me, he also had Eyes of Another World. Our mods were pretty much identical. Lastly, we had an Omni Hunter. This helped us to easily move around and get out of tight situations. The Hunter ran a grenade launcher to help blind enemies, very useful when a large group of enemies is rushing your position. The Monarch Bow for overloads and Reed's Regret for damage. Mods wise, his two were identical to ours, the only difference being that he had focusing lens on instead of siphon as he wasn't using a stasis subclass. It is important to note that if you don't have all of these weapons or armor or mods, then it isn't the end of the world. You can still complete the strike. The gear and mods simply make your life easier. Now, let's start with the first encounter. At the beginning, there will be some small adds along with an unstoppable champion. Stay at the back of a room and snipe at the adds coming from the back and left doorways. Be aware that there will be explosive barrels throughout this whole nightfall. Take them all out before moving further into the room to not get killed by them. Once the unstoppable gets close, you can stun it or freeze it. Be careful as there will be a lot of enemy grenades that have a burn effect on the surrounding area. Each grenade can one-shot you. Once dead, move further into the room, but continue to stay at the back. Here, there will be a sniper at the back of the room with an overload in the middle. There will be some Ravagers running at you, so stay at the top of the stairs and kill them as they come up. The next room will hold a mini-boss and several unstoppables. Don't worry about time. Go slowly and take each add out one by one. Two of you can sit around the doorway whilst a third moves to the left side of the room. Being split up will split the line of enemy fire, making it easier to clear the room. First, deal the adds closest to you, on the top of the stairs and to the left. Once the adds are cleared out, the mini-boss will be vulnerable. Still, maintain your distance as he shoots fire at you that causes burn damage. Once the boss is dealt with, there will be an unstoppable on the left with a couple of snipers. Keep your distance and dispatch it from the back of a room. You can then move to the platform in front of you. From here, there will be a sniper to your left and a host of adds to your right along with an unstoppable. Let the unstoppable move towards you up the stairs and away from the adds. It will be easier to kill it when it's on its own. Remain at the back and dispatch the adds. Try to kill the snipers first and use your turrets or grenades on the rest of the adds. The next room is the walker room. You can stay here at the top of the room and snipe at all the adds. It is easy to lose a lot of lives here due to snipers and grenades. Instead, turn invisible and move to the back right of a room. Get rid of all the explosive barrels and two snipers here. From this position, take the small adds out, followed by the overload and the unstoppable champion. I suggest taking the overload first as his grenades can kill you behind cover, while the unstoppable is easier to hide from. Once the adds are cleared out, there is a pressure plate in the middle of a room. Now there is a trick to it. Once lowered, it triggers the next set of adds. To prevent all the waves from spawning at once, lower it by 9/10 of a way. Once it gets low, keep jumping on and then jumping off right away. Get it low a little at a time to get it as accurate as possible. This will spawn a wave of ads at the back of a room. Once the ads are cleared, there will be a second wave consisting of 2 snipers, 2 unstoppables, and some small ads. Keep them in front of a room like so, and snipe at them from a distance. Once the ads and snipers are dealt with, deal with the unstoppables last. By staying at the back, they won't be able to hit you. Here, either use your heavy, or if you are patient, simply snipe at them. Once the ads are cleared, lower the last of a plate. This will spawn a walker on its own. Move to the left of a room, take out one of its legs to bring out the weak spot. Make sure you are inside the shield, otherwise you cannot deal damage to it. Once you leave the room, there will be a couple more ads as well as an unstoppable. In the next room, use the same pressure plate concept. This time there will be 2 plates, one on the left and one on the right. Clear out the ads and the 2 overload champions from the back of the room. Keep to the back the whole time and snipe at the ads. This is one of the easiest rooms, simply staying at the back and sniping. Yes, it will take some time, but you will save a lot of revive tokens. Once the ads are cleared, lower the left plate by 50%. Each time you lower it by 50, it spawns a wave, a total of 4. Lower it, move back, and kill the ads. Then lower the rest. Once you fully lower the left side, pop a super to take the ads out. Then lower the right side by 50%, move to the back and take the ads out. Once the last plate is lowered all the way, more ads will spawn along the mini boss. This boss can 2 to 3 shot you within a second if you are too close. Stay at the back and snipe at all the ads. Be careful as there will be snipers at the back, left and right of a room. Each time you lower the boss's health by 1 bar, ads will spawn. On the last bar of health there will be 2 more overload champions. Take out the ads and the boss first before dealing with the overload champions. Once in the next room, take the explosive barrels out and the smaller ads. There will be an overload champion here. There are 2 rotating pieces of structure. Careful to not stand on them as they can throw you off the map. Believe me, I am talking from experience. There's also a silo to your left. You can crouch on the side of it and use it to snipe, but if you die up there, it is difficult to get a revive. So stick to the platforms. Get to the beginning of the main bridge. Here, use one of your supers to help clear out the ads. Use the cover around you to protect yourself from the snipers at the back and the 2 unstoppable champions. Take your time, and if the unstoppables get too close, fall back to the beginning of a room. Take them out at a distance. There is no point in trying to rush here, as it will undermine all the work that you put in. You have finally made it to the boss room. Here, the room is split into the left, front and right. The strategy here is the same as the pressure plates, except you will be using it on the boss's health bar. Each time you lower the boss's health, waves of ads will spawn, followed by several huge waves on the completion of 1 full bar. So, take down a small amount of health until one side of the room has ads. The right side of the room will have a wave of ads, so move to the left, then snipe at them. Lower the boss's health to spawn the next wave, which will then be on the left side, so move to the right and repeat the process. Be careful to not peek the boss for too long. He can 1 to 2 shot you with ease. During this time, the boss will continue to spawn these lightning storm rifts on the ground where you are. After around 3 seconds, they do some significant damage. We nicknamed this phenomenon as Fred. Nice, simple, and straight to the point. Storm or blue shit also works pretty well. A quick and clear call out will prevent anyone from needlessly dying to this. Once a full bar of health is gone, move to the front of a room. Here, establish who is popping the super first. This is why these ad clearing supers are so important, because it's the ads and not the boss that are the problem. Use your super to clear out the wave of ads that will be charging at you. The Omni Hunter's job here will be to help turn players invisible so they can rotate away from any part of a room that is being overrun by ads. As you can see, Agar's Scepter comes in handy in this part of a Nightfall too. Among the ads will be an overload, so clear them out and deal with it last. Once the ads are cleared out, the boss will respawn with the last 2 bars of health. From here, every so often your screen will shimmer and he will teleport you into the air where his tractor beams will slowly pull you towards him. There is a way around it to make it safer. Once your screen shimmers, begin to walk backwards. As soon as you are teleported, it will slow down your movements towards him. This will keep a good distance between you and the boss. Use your heavy and special ammo here to break free of the tractor beams. Repeat the same phase as before. Lower the health and kill the ads from the opposite side of the room. This time, when you hit the last bar of health, there will be another set of ad waves spawning in the back of a room. Go to the top right or the left, and from here use your supers one by one. This will help to generate orbs and keep the ads at bay. Tether and stasis works well together, freezing and trapping enemies to the point where they cannot shoot back at you. Be careful of any stragglers that might make their way around behind you. Amongst the last wave of ads, there will be an unstoppable spawning. Try to clear out all the ads before it gets too close so you can easily kill it. Once the ads are cleared, the boss will spawn back. This time the boss will be on his last bar of health. Resume the same strat by lowering its health a little bit until one wave of ads spawn. Take them out and continue to lower it until it reaches half a bar. From here, throw all your heavy at the boss and try to take it out as quickly as possible to save time. And that is how you complete the Hollowed Lair Grandmaster Nightfall. If you guys found the video helpful, then please check out my other guides on my other 5 Grandmaster Nightfalls. I do post content on other games, so I would appreciate it if you could check it out on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.